here on the Voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Our time 7:46, and it's time now for an interview segment presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. You know things are gearing up at IUP when you're starting to hear some of the announcements come through, one of them being what's coming up in the arts world for IUP for the semester and for the next year. And, of course, one big part of that is Theater by the Grove. Joining us to talk about the Theater by the Grove schedule, Brian Jones of IUP's Lively Arts. Brian, good to have you with us.
Hi, Josh. Thanks for having me on. I dressed just for it with my, very loud enough shirt to get through the radio waves.
Well, people will be able to see it on our Facebook feed because we are Facebook Live right now.
All right.
So let's talk about what's going on. IUP's Theater by the Grove. How many years has Theater by the Grove been around?
Well, Theater by the Grove was established about the time that the building was renovated from the old gymnasium in '88. So, gosh, I didn't really count that many years, but it's got to be right around 40.
So we're talking about Waller Hall over there, right?
Yeah, Waller Hall. Right.
Okay, yeah. So, wow, 1988, and it's grown in popularity because it's been like the place for IUP productions.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the artistic home for our theater, dance, and performance department. We serve, of course, our majors and minors and the academic needs, but we've also had a very strong point of view about providing for the community and providing for the university community and well beyond.
So I know that the Theater by the Grove has used to do summer programs for kids. Did that get back underway this year?
It did not, unfortunately. There were just too many headwinds in getting that done right and getting that done safely. So we're gearing up for a 2022 year, and we've got some interesting partners that may come on board with us to have a really special year in 22.
Well, when those get solidified, let us know.
I sure will.
All right, but let's talk about this coming season, the 2021-22 season of IUP's Theater by the Grove. What are we going to start with?
Well, it's going to be a little different year this year. We are really taking a strong pivot to having students developing some of their own work. So we, for years, have had what we call the Acorn Project, Theater by the Grove, little seedlings sprouting up into giant oaks.
Big oaks from little acorns.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly right. And so what we'll be setting up in the first week of classes is a student advisory board for that. And they'll be doing some of the work at picking out the applications for presentation. So these Acorn projects are 6 of them in across the year, 3 in each semester. The first 2 will be in October, the first week of October and the middle week of October. They might be student written works under the direction of a really special playwright, Michael Schwartz. He's got a lot of students doing really great work in the department, so we want to feature some of that.
Okay.
But also well-scripted work as well. So those will take form. And then at the same time, we'll be working on a comedy, sort of a goofy, fun, farcical comedy called The Inseparables.
Okay.
Yeah. Have I got you interested now?
You've got me perked. You got me perked when you said farce.
Yeah. Well, T.J. Young, who is a really excellent playwright from Pittsburgh, has been working with our students and with us over the last year on a variety of projects and visitations and things. And we wanted to have a little bit longer relationship with him, so I asked him over the summer if he had a comedy available that he'd be willing to share, because face it, we need some laughs.
Yes, we do.
We sure do.
After the year and a half, yes.
So the premise for this, called The Inseparables, is a group of players that are coming together. They're in their final days of rehearsal. They've formed this small professional theater company, and they're putting on a production of the Three Musketeers like you've never seen the Three Musketeers before.
Yeah,
right?
Well, I've seen a lot of different adaptations of the Three Musketeers over the
in
years.
this one, a rapier might be replaced by a pool noodle.
Yes.
But things do start going wrong, as they will in any farce, and how that little company that could reacts to that is full of it's hilarious. It really is.
I'm imagining it now, and I have to ask: is there going to be a chase sequence?
There is a little bit of a chase sequence.
I think with any farce, you have to have a chase.
And there will be puppets. I say no more.
We've seen that popularity pop up with Avenue Q, and of
Absolutely.
course the Muppet programs that have been on for these many years. But wow, so this is going to combine several different disciplines. It looks like.
It really will. It really will.
So when will the Inseparables take the
That's
stage?
the first week of November,
Okay.
November 3rd through 7th, if I'm counting right.
Okay.
And all of this will be available on the Lively Arts calendar once that's up and running too.
Mm-hmm.
One of the features of making theater in a pandemic is that you're never quite sure what you're going to be doing
Right.
until the last minute. So we've gotten a little bit behind in getting the word out, but it'll be there. It'll be thorough, and you
Okay.
can count on it.
And also with the fact that you had to pivot in presentation styles last year.
Oh
during
my
the
goodness,
pandemic.
yeah, we learned a lot.
We were talking. I remember talking with one of the directors from the shows last year. We were talking about doing a Shakespeare show in a very different format, doing it as an old time radio production.
Yeah, much ado about nothing.
Much ado about nothing, and it was blocked out so that everybody had their own microphone. Everybody stayed safe. I've seen similar tacts being used. For, I think it was a boy named Charlie Brown. It was for production out east in Pennsylvania, where everybody was in their own square.
Yep.
And they filmed the production that way, and that's how they did it. Now with that, it actually works because it's very episodic. But are you continuing to kind of consider using those different aspects, using like digital presentations if you need to?
We will be streaming the show, but our fondest hope and what we're really aiming to is the more face-to-face, in-person presence that IUP has pivoted to this fall. It's a tricky tightrope to walk because we want to create the best opportunities for all of our students to learn and experience making live theater, and at the same time, we're going to be as safe as we can be about that. So,
Yeah.
I think you'll see things adjust and change month to month as we find our way through the semester.
You know, there is nothing better than to perform in front of a live audience.
True story.
I mean, I've being a person who did a lot of theater in high school and continuing on after that a little bit into the community theater world. Yeah, you get that energy going from the live audience. It just feeds you.
It does.
It does.
And it goes back and forth. You can feel it. It's really hard to describe it. It's almost like waves coming on shore. It just kind of goes back and forth.
So talk about what else is on the schedule this year for Theater by the Grove.
Well, we have the Inseparables, of course, and then the three Acorn projects yet to be
Acorn
named.
projects, mhm.
And then we're going to cap off the fall semester with an IUP dance theater production that is produced by Theater by the Grove, and also will involve the orchestra out of the music department.
So live music, live dance.
Yeah, it'll be a journey to the land of the sweets. It's not quite the whole Nutcracker.
Oh, okay.
But it will involve selections from the Nutcracker, and it'll be a very special holiday treat on December 2nd. There'll be a live orchestra playing Tchaikovsky's music, very familiar tunes, of course, for the holidays, but it'll also be danced by a combination of our dance theater students, the Mahoning Valley Ballet Company up in Punxsutawney, and community dancers from various schools here in the area. So it's a real community event that Joan Van Dyke, our director of dance, is putting together with Alex D., the conductor of the orchestra.
That should be fun. And that's
It's going to be great.
And that's going to come for the holiday season.
Exactly right.
All right, so let's move into the second semester.
Well, then one more. I kind of gave you a teaser because we're starting to dabble, more than dabble. We're getting our feet underneath us in making new plays.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a new works festival.
Oh, wow.
That will incorporate plays by our students, plays by some of our alumni, and probably some plays from around the area. We're still in the talking stages, and I expect we'll be announcing a playwriting competition with the area schools so that students who are interested in writing plays and that sort of thing might hear a staged reading of their script. So that'll be in April. We're going to spend the entire year developing all of that.
Wow.
There is a musical that we're doing.
Okay.
And technically, not even technically, legally, I'm not allowed to announce it because we have not secured, signed,
the
and
rights.
paid for the rights. So I can tell you. Let's see. I'll use your audience's imagination. There are when you go to the fair, sometimes there is a circular ride with horses on it.
Say no more. I know what it is, but to protect you, I will not say it either. But
Just don't say it out loud.
But it was done by two famous musical composers, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Mr. Rogers and Mr. Hammerstein. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah. So we'll look forward to that production as well. And whenever you get that going, please let us know. But you said everything is soon going to be posted to the Lively Arts calendar.
Sure will.
And the address. How can people find out more about Lively Arts?
www.iup.edu/Lively Arts, all one word, plural on the arts.
All right, excellent. We are just about out of time, but I do want to thank you for coming by this morning, Brian, to join us here on Indiana in the Morning. And we wish everybody over at the Lively Arts Department and the Theater by the Grove Department all the best. Tell them to break a leg for me, will you?
Yeah, in Boca al Lupo, too. Yeah, thanks, Josh.
Thank you. That was Brian Jones of IUP's Lively Arts updating us on the Theater by the Grove season here on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Our interviews are presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. We are just about to the